The dinner table was supposed to glow for my mother's birthday, but Gerald's fist turned the candles into warning flares. "You're selfish, Lena. Nora outshines you in every way." Silverware rattled. Cousins paused mid-bite. Elise's eyes begged the room to rewind. Nora leaned back with that butter-wouldn't-melt smile I knew too well. I didn't cry. I laughed, sharp. "Perfect," I said. "Then I won't be paying her rent anymore." The silence felt like a bruise spreading. Gerald shoved his chair. The screech was a blade. "Get out!" he thundered, pointing as if I were an intruder in my own history. I stood, kissed Elise's cheek, "Happy birthday, Mom," and climbed to my old room, holding posters of a girl who thought effort bought love. Downstairs, conversation reassembled itself like a broken plate glued wrong. That was our family talent. Bury the wreckage, polish the surface, praise Nora. On my bed, I let the fury settle into a colder shape. For years, I'd been the subsidy: rent, groceries, late fees, invisible scaffolding that kept Nora's halo from slipping. Gerald called it family duty. I called it erasure. I opened my banking app, Steady Now. The joint account Gerald insisted on as a safety net read like a confession. Transfers labeled tuition, withdrawals labeled cash, a drip becoming a river. Not just Nora, him. My thumb hovered over close account. When I laughed at the table, I thought it was a reflex. Up here, with numbers glowing flares, I realized it was a beginning. Opening echoes the inciting dinner scene from your uploaded story. At dawn, I packed the car with proof of myself: birth certificate, pay stubs, a fat folder of receipts, and reached the credit union before the flag rose. "I want a severance from the joint account," I told the teller. A manager in a pebble suit waved me into glass. "Close it," I said, "and give me an itemized statement, dates." He typed. The printer coughed. My hands were steady. The pages bled evidence: withdrawals on nights I was away, transfers into an account named after a shell company from Gerald's workshop. He hadn't run a business. He'd run a siphon. I opened a new account in my name, redirected my paycheck, and set alerts to bark at trouble. When I stepped outside, the sky felt like a ceiling I could repaint. I didn't go home. I went to Elise's school, waited beneath the ginkgo dropping coins of gold. She came out with a mug that said, "World's okayest teacher," and stopped. "I'm not here to fight," I said. "I'm done financing a fantasy. I'll love you from a distance if I have to." Her shoulders sank. "He says you humiliated us." "He humiliated himself," I answered, handing her the statement. "This is what I've been covering." She read, lips moving. When she looked up, something in her face had changed, like a house where a locked door finally opens. "Nora?" she asked, small. "I'm cutting her loose too," I said. "But I won't cut you." I asked Nora to meet me at the laundromat cafe where the dryers thump like slow hearts. She arrived late, sunglasses on indoors. I placed 2 envelopes on the table, one with the statement, one with a lease application I'd printed for her. "I'm done funding you," I said, "but I'm not abandoning you. You can start with this place. It's month to month near your work." She peeled off the glasses. "Gerald said you'd crawl back." "I won't," I said. "I'm building a life where I hear myself think." She flipped through the pages, then shut them. "I don't want your pity." "It isn't pity. It's the last hand I extend." A dryer chimed. She stared at the round window, towels orbiting like planets. "I was scared," she said. "He told me you wouldn't notice." I noticed. I slid the pen to her. "If you sign, I'll pay the deposit and nothing else. After that, you're on your own. If you refuse, I'll still be fine." She signed. No hug, just a nod that felt like a door clicking into its frame. That evening I drove to Elise's, but I parked across the street and called instead. "I won't come inside," I told her. "My boundary isn't a threat, it's a railing." "I told him to leave," she whispered. "I can breathe again now." The moon rose over the roofline, whole. I turned the key toward home, my home, and let the engine idle long enough to hear the quiet I had earned. Months later, the house remembers me differently. My plants lean toward wide windows. My inbox hums with raises I negotiated for myself. Nora texts photos of laundry coins and rent receipts. We exchange brief, honest replies. Elise visits on Sundays, bringing soup and the unhurried laughter we misplaced. Gerald is a silence I do not chase. When bills arrive, I pay only mine. When birthdays come, I light candles for warmth, not warning. I keep the credit union alerts, though they rarely ping, bells in a distant harbor proving the water's calm. I sleep deeply, unobserved, entirely accounted for at last.